and I'm your host, Montez. I hope everything is going well for you on this beautiful, beautiful February Monday of great weather. It is amazing outside. I still don't understand how we've gotten this lucky with this type of weather, but I'm not complaining at all, and I hope you're not. This is the good weather. This is the people weather right here. You can do some damage in this weather. You can get outside and do something in the backyard, the grill, clean out that garage like you were supposed to. But did everyone have a great weekend? There's a lot of things going on over the weekend. You got to recap the moment. You got to settle in and figure out what you forgot to do. Did you finish that list, or did it get more complicated for you? Got high fives in the building. Chest bump that thing. Let's hug it on out. Oh. Get there for the real people. Get there for the real people for sure. Boom, 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 boom. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating an anniversary today, happy anniversary to you. If you're off today, because today is a national holiday, people. Today is a national holiday. Did it move? Today is a national holiday. You better recognize. Today is a national holiday. It is one of the most joyous holidays that we have out there besides our own personal birthday. But today is a national holiday. After what we've been through, we deserve a break today. We deserve a break today for sure. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much. It does not go unappreciated, unnoticed. But we're winding down on the end of the season of this season show. We'll be doing our last show on the 27th of February. We'll get things going back in motion, full time, full schedule next September. But we will do some pop-up shows occasionally with various sponsors on the show between Belleville and downtown St. Louis, because we do have baseball season fastly approaching. People, who's ready? Who's ready for it? The interesting thing I'm starting to gather and pick up as we get older, how we move through the day, how we start our morning off, how the afternoon goes. Are we doing the exercise right? But one thing I can tell you for sure, you can solve life problems. You can figure out a unique situation. You can handle an argument. You can figure so many things out if you just go on a walk. Let's go on a walk. Well, we should have a good show for you today. We have the Mind of Montez, brought to you by Don Brown Chevrolet. We're going to recap the Super Bowl, of course. Yeah, I got to recap the Super Bowl, everything that's included from commercials to the halftime to the actual game. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the NFL Hall of Fame knock. When they knock on the door and they tell those guys, welcome to the Hall of Fame, welcome to Canton. We'll talk about that as well. And this very, very unique commercial that I saw involving fantasy football. I mean, this thing is genius. It is genius, but I don't know if anybody is really ready to suffer consequences of it actually going the way it went in this commercial. It was fantastic, but neither here nor there. Congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks and their fans. Northwest, y'all brought it back home. Congratulations to them. But before we get into that, let's dive into the mind of Montez here for a second. Brought to you by Don Brown Chevrolet, located at 2244 South Kings Highway. Go see my man John Gibbs, new pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, also known as the STL Truck Hillbilly. Again, go see my man John Gibbs at Don Brown Chevrolet, 2244 South Kings Highway. The STL Truck Hillbilly. Let them know you Dre Montez told you to get on down there and get yourself a vehicle today. But from the mind of Montez, I was figuring this out on the walk this morning. When did Super Bowl parties get to the point where these people not coming back over your house no more? Like behavior, breaking things. These are grown people. This is nobody 18 to 25. I'm talking people over 35. These Super Bowl parties that I saw, there's no way in the kit and caboodle you're gonna come in my house and disrespect it like that. And you're a grown person disrespecting somebody's house like that. I mean, who breaks a TV? When did this craziness start with shattering a television with a chair or a bottle or your fist? What happened to the days we just booed and cried, let out some steam to a buddy, to a girlfriend? You walking the dog, you get it off your chest, but destroying someone's television, and I know television are way more affordable than they are today than they were 30 years ago. 30 years ago, the law would have been brought out. But when did this craze start? We talked about burning of the hats and the jerseys when a player gets traded or leaves or, God forbid, does something for his future financially. But the destruction at someone's house for the Super Bowl, that is at any point. But it was so many different versions of people having Super Bowl parties and I don't want to call it entertainment, but the shenanigans that were going on. Instead of enjoying the game and the food and the conversations, which because everybody talks at a Super Bowl party. You can't hear nothing. Everybody talking at a Super Bowl party. But Super Bowl parties used to be the thing. Your neighborhood watering hole. They would have cheerleaders. The beer sponsors would be there passing out Super Bowl towels and whistles and hats, seeing who you're rooting for. The news crews would stop in it and get a shot of the bar. Let's see what this Super Bowl crowd is doing. But it's not like that anymore. It's turned into, what are you allergic to before you come over my house? What are your food allergies? Are you vegan? No pork? I mean, you got to find out all this stuff now. You got to really get a breakdown of what people are having at your house so there's no issues with the food or the beverages. You really got to do your homework. You got to be selective in your list of inviting people over to your home to watch the Super Bowl, the final game of the NBA that you know for sure is going to be it, the Final Four, college football playoffs. You got to check the actual list on what people are allergic to and what they into nowadays. Or you yourself, you got to ask the question, so what's on the menu? What? Meatless meatloaf. Okay, good people. That right there is from the mind of Montez, brought to you by Don Brown Chevrolet. The pregame Super Bowl stories. I want to say a half hour before the game came on, they were panning the TV with different people that have played in the Super Bowl, worked the Super Bowl, went to the Super Bowl, or has a story involving the Super Bowl, the past 59, since yesterday was the 60th. And that was a pretty damn cool segment. I mean, everybody remembers the first time watching the Super Bowl. You know, it was usually a big family. You're probably with your dad, mom, siblings, cousins, grandma, grandpa, but it was a family occasion when people used to get together. And it was about 5 of them that were talking about that, what it was like when you were a kid watching the Super Bowl and your dad cheering on his favorite team. When you were too young to even know the players the way you know them now, but still you enjoyed that moment. They shared so many amazing stories about the Super Bowl experience. Now, going to have been to a Super Bowl and been to numerous Super Bowl parties and have hosted a few of them, I have a different appreciation for the Super Bowl. I don't know about you, but I have a different appreciation for the Super Bowl. That was the last game. That's it. There is no all-star game. They took that away. I'm not doing that flag football. We get maybe a press conference today, little tease in the middle of the week. But this is it into April. This is This is it. Was it what you thought it was going to be? But the pregame stories that they did to start the Super Bowl, that was pretty damn cool. And I don't know that contraption, that device they have that looked like a photo booth that they brought across that bridge. I couldn't see inside what they were actually doing with those photos. I'm hoping that leaks today on somebody's website or live stream somewhere. Someone give me some information on what was in that booth that they brought across the bridge in the pregame story situation of the Super Bowl yesterday. But today is one of those occasions, though, man, you got to really sit and think about, look at what we've had since August with college football and the NFL. College football goes on a weird break during the playoff. This is just unexplainable to me. Drives us all insane. But everything that happened in college football this year, what they did at Indiana, the transfer portal discussions we've had, the NIL discussions we've had, the coaches leaving when they don't win, all this money that's involved, turning college football into a business, teams getting managers and general managers. You got private equity getting involved with college football. We don't know what that means going forward, but it's going to be interesting to see all this money out there that's shaking hands and moving hands. We got kids in college football that are 26, 27 years old. We have kids rather stay and get the full potential of the NIL deal instead of turning pro or doing something different they always want to do for us outside of sports. I'm going to use this platform to get me the NIL money, but here's my ultimate goal. I don't have a problem with that. With the NFL, we went through it, didn't we? From the injuries to the outcome of some of the games, the NFL officiating, these front offices, these NFL players off the field issues, DUIs, DWIs, battery, assault. The NFL got to clean that out. But we've talked about all that this year and still had a damn good season on both sides. From the college football being expanded to 14 games now, everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. Don't know about Notre Dame. The NFL, we got some work to do. But I think this was a good postseason. What could have been for the Rams, what could have been for the Broncos. But injuries are a part of the game. And we saw clear, without a doubt, offense can win you a game, but defense win you championships. If the Patriots don't have anything on their draft board, it better be the entire offensive line. That offensive line was atrocious on the left side. They're rookies playing in the Super Bowl, but they're not a rookie at playing football. Not a rookie at playing football, but I get it. A lot more experience on that Seattle Seahawks side. A lot more experience on that. But the outcome of the game, I didn't pick Seattle to win. I picked the Patriots over a crazy thought process or whatever because I thought Sam Darnold was going to turn into Sam Darnold, interception guy, but no turnovers in 3 postseason games. The dude made $4 million in bonuses by making the playoffs, statistically, and by winning the Super Bowl. He made $4 million. Cha-ching. The incentives these guys get by winning in the postseason. Unfathomable. But it was a good game. To me, the Patriots couldn't figure it out. The defense was outstanding. The offense let the defense down. I would have changed quarterbacks. When he was looking with the deer in the headlight eyes in the second half, I would have changed quarterbacks. I'd have put Josh Dobbs. I'd have put him in. Come on. Let's give it a different look. But they don't think about that until today. Everybody knows the answers the day after. But when you're in the moment, everybody's clueless, shaking their head, and got their arms crossed. But if you were watching that game, you can tell by the pitter-patter of his feet, he was worried about that left side, what they call the blind side. He was ready. He was too timid the entire time because that defense was hunting. They were going after prey, bleeding, and they were not letting up. Between Houston's front four and the Seattle Seahawks front seven, I don't know which team has more speed out of big guys. Because that Houston team hungry. You give them a quarterback that want to play with them, Houston going to be a problem going down the road. But back to Sam Darnold and Drake May. The Patriots didn't make the adjustments they needed to make after the Bronco game. And the way the Broncos lost really teed me up. The way the Patriots played yesterday really teed me up. If my quarterback wouldn't have got hurt, boy, oh boy, maybe I'd have ran on the field last night. Oh, no, we're not doing that. That's too much money. That's a lot of explaining to do. Boy, you did what? Don't want to explain that to your parents. That's your son on TV? And then the crazy thing, everybody was doing bets on everything from the Gatorade to the national anthem to the commercial to celebrities, all of this, the halftime show. But the one that got me, Sam Darnold, the over-under on him rushing was 5.5 yards. That was the over-under. Sam Darnold had 11 yards rushing into the last 2 minutes of the game, when he should have handed the ball off to Kenneth Walker III. But he forgot and just fell down. He lost 6 yards on the play. When you come that close to winning something, it just makes you just say, why? Why? What is going on? It's like some of the parlay bets that I saw and the crazy bets that I saw and the money that was exchanged yesterday, the Super Bowl is fun. And it's also a good way to teach your partner about the game of football. Because you don't want all them questions during the regular season. I take all the questions in preseason and the Super Bowl, especially if my team is not playing in. I answer all your questions. But in the regular season, what Busta Rhymes say? Shut. Now, that time. But I'm quite sure that was a Super Bowl party yesterday with them KIDSs there. Kids. Who did it? Who did it? Y'all got to go outside and smoke them kids in here. Oh, no, y'all got to go outside and smoke them cigarettes. Them kids in here. Oh, no, we got to feed them kids first. What? Kids only eat first during Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter, not the Super Bowl. No, not doing it at all. And they tried to get us yesterday, chat. They tried to get us yesterday with the commercials. The AI commercial. The AI commercial when the man was sitting on the couch talking to his would-be mom, but then mom starts flirting and telling him about the AI dating app. You had the Coca-Cola, the Pepsi polar bear cheat on his soda with the Coca-Cola girl and get caught at a concert, cheat as well. They went in the bag on these commercials, some of them. But a lot of folks online were saying they did not like the commercials at all. But that AI commercial creeped me out. I know probably 25 Seattle Seahawks fans. I know about 8,000 Patriot fans. Out of those 25 Seahawk fans, 20 of them are women. And you know when women win in football, especially the Super Bowl, what's their favorite saying? I told you so. Not because you picked the Seahawks. When I'm talking about you got that gear, that's your team. You are the 12. You are the North. That Seattle Seahawks fan. Yeah, buddy. Congratulations to them again. But the way the fans celebrate, male and female, married couple, people over 50, it is hilarious. And you can see it all in the Super Bowl highlights of them winning the Super Bowl last night. You can see every age demographic getting in there for sure. And the new movies that are coming out, the TV shows. What's my man name? Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt got something coming out on Netflix. I like that as well. That looked pretty interesting. And Spielberg got something coming out. Hey now. Hey. There was a lot going on. There was a lot to capture with this Super Bowl. The pregame hype. Did you see Coco Jones give a tribute, beautiful tribute, to the late, great Whitney Houston? Did you see that? That's Donovan Mitchell. That's Donovan Mitchell's old lady. Spider from Louisville. Beautiful singing, the fireworks, the lighting, the flyover. Everything looked great because they gave us the game in 4K yesterday, people. 4K. Gave it to us in 4K yesterday, which I thought was very, very, very cool. But yeah, the Brad Pitt situation in Spielberg new movie, I think that's going to be fire. I think it's going to be fire. But the halftime show, get it off your chest. Go ahead. I've listened to every genre of music in my life, from the military to living in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Detroit for a minute. I mean, Shreveport City for a minute. I've caught every type of music you can think of. And it all makes me move. Did you dance last night while watching Bad Bunny perform? And I did not know that was Ricky Martin to this morning. That don't look like Ricky Martin. That don't look like the Ricky Martin. No. What happened? What did Ricky do? I want to know. That didn't. But what you think about the halftime show? On a scale of 1 to 10, how was it? Did you miss it? Did you pay attention to everything? Did you pay attention to everything in the whole half? You didn't miss nothing. You just kept your eyes right there. Because I want to know if you saw what I saw when they brought the truck out there. Did you see what I saw when they brought the truck out there? If you know, you know. Explain that to the kids at home. If you saw what I saw when that truck door opened, and then the women dancing, then he had a bulletproof vest on, the way he had the people, it looked like a block party. It looked like a bodega down the street. It brought you there in the moment. I enjoyed the halftime show. The only halftime shows I probably did not really, really enjoy, what's that sad dude name? The Weeknd. Oh, God. That was awful. He turned into an R&B sex music party. Nobody wants a ballad during the Super Bowl. We need energy. So who are we going to get next year for the entertainment? Are we going back to people over 75 performing? Are we going back to that? What we doing? Are we going to go with the country music and bluegrass? Well, what we going now? What we going to do next year? We have until Valentine's Day of next year to put our votes in to Jay-Z and let him know what we want as far as our entertainment at Super Bowl 61. We got to let Jay-Z know. So while all that was going on, the Olympics was going on as well. The Olympics and the Super Bowl. What kind of a sick sports joke is this, people? February for sports is through the roof. Like, we got the NBA All-Star game this weekend. It is, you got to make some decisions. What's your sport? What you sticking to? Who's your team? Are you down with the NBA's new All-Star game format? I know I'm not on board with that. But the Olympics was going on. I'm not going to step here and tell you I know every Olympic that's for the United States or against the United States. All I can tell you is what I saw. The quad is real. The quad is real. That dude, that's something you see CGI in a movie. This man, he got the hair, he had the outfit, he had the speed, he had the energy for this routine he did. Just what the? I mean, this dude's incredible. His parents are from, I think, Romania, but he was born here in the United States. That kid is something to watch. So we had an Olympian tear her ACL, go down the hill again, hurts herself, airlifted off, and she's 41 years old. We had a young man on a snowboard that broke his arm, still competed and won a gold. That very same night, there was an NBA player who played 2 back-to-back games, and he sat out that night. Tell me what's wrong with that story. Torn ACL and a broken arm. Still competed at a high level. That is, these Olympians have some talent. The skiing downhill and the speed skating, I think we got women's hockey today. And what's my other one? Curling. Give me that curling all day. Give me that curling all day. If you're just tuning in, congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks fan base, the 12. We are the North. You did it. I think Drake May was exposed. I think Coach Venerable didn't believe in his gut instinct. I would have went to the bench because the way that Patriots defense was playing. Because for a minute, Seattle was a little stagnant. For a minute, we almost gave the kicker the MVP. Oh, that'd have been just atrocious. If they'd have never scored those 2 touchdowns, and the kicker was the only one putting points on the board, he had 5 field goals in this game. It's an NFL record for the Super Bowl. He would have got the MVP. I know what Kenneth Walker did, all that, but no. They would have gave the MVP to the kicker. You know, we would have been the laughing stock of all times, as bad as we talked about kickers this year. As bad as they missed extra points. Field goals within 40 yards. Field goals within 50 yards. But you got 5 kickers in the NFL that can boot a ball over 65 yards. That's it. Again, I want to know, what are the kickers doing in OTAs? What are the kickers doing when practice actually open? And what are they doing on the sideline during the game? Because all I see is them touching their hair. Stop showing the kickers, people. Stop it. Let's stop showing the kickers. We're not going to do that no more. No. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it anymore. I was impressed by the defensive front of Seattle. They applied pressure at will. And those sneak blitzes he was calling, hey, was this a fluke for Seattle? Was this a whoopsie for the Patriots? Both of them making it this far this past NFL season. Because everybody that was behind them that lost, injuries. Injuries hurt everything. Now, you can show Drake May crying, but nobody can show me the actual proof of Josh Allen crying in that locker room. They showed Drake May crying, boo-hooing. Get off your chest, son. It hurts. Losing hurts. The higher the level of play you get to, losing hurts. It doesn't. It's like a woman breaking your heart and you over 40. It hurts. When you in your teens and 20s, you can walk that off. Oh, girl, forget you. I can meet somebody else. But when you over 40, it's slim pickings out here. Slim. We got to do a clearance sale or something out here, fellas. It's bad out here. Okay, so we made it through the Super Bowl. You guys survived the halftime show. Did it really hurt that bad, huh? Now, you have the next hurdle. Valentine's Day. Oh boy, what you gonna do? What y'all gonna do for Valentine's Day, huh? What y'all gonna do for Valentine's Day? What? And don't tell me I don't care, it's just another day. No, it's not. If you have somebody special in your life, somebody that cares for you, a card, going out to eat, going for a nice drive or walk, you want to do something. But don't say, I don't care. I don't care. It's a made-up holiday. Well, who made it up? Who made it up? Who made up the holiday? Who did that? But that AI commercial freaked me out. I think the coolest thing that the NFL does is how they tell you you're going to the Hall of Fame. It is when you appreciate what an athlete has done for their career in sports, and the league recognizes that, their peers recognize that, and they get voted into this place. And the way they get told is a knock on the door, not a phone call, the knock. I've been in some weird situations in how you find out things, phone call, the red light goes off, the blue light goes off, your pager goes off. We've been notified of things through different devices. But to me, that is an interpersonal thing that I think the NFL really captures with the Hall of Fame committee and the players. Now, I know we just got into this tiff for a whole week and a half. Nobody was talking about the Patriots and the Seahawks. We all kept talking about Bill Belichick, check. Didn't get in the Hall of Fame. Bob Kraft didn't get in the Hall of Fame. That's all we kept talking about. It's a damn travesty what's happening here. The NFL is wrong for that. Spygate, Deflategate, sexual parlor. They're not getting in on the first try. You can't commit those 3 infractions right there. Oh, come on in. We got you, right? Got a seat here for you. Reality has to set in, people. When they brought up Spygate and Deflategate and old Bob Kraft getting in trouble down there in Florida, y'all remember? Had the men lined up. We remember all that. You're not getting in. But back to the knock on the door. If you've never seen that, YouTube it. It is. They played a lot this weekend for the ones that got in. Congratulations to Drew Brees for getting in, by the way. Drew Breesy, Kuechly. Some good players got in. Roger Craig, Mr. High Knees himself. Some good players got in. Good. The ones that cannot get in, I wish they'd give us an explanation of what happened. What's going on with Torrey Holt? What's going on with that? What do you have to do? See, we know what Major League Baseball is on. But when it comes to the NFL, they want you to decipher the code or something. It's an older code, Skipper. I can't make it out. You have commentators telling you why they didn't get in, but the actual league itself won't say anything. We've heard speculation. We've heard rumors. We've heard facts from coaches and players that used to play for these guys, why they didn't get in. We know why they didn't get in. But the knock on the door. Fantasy football has come and gone. Some people play a postseason one. Some people go all the way through the whole entire season up to the Super Bowl. Those people, I'm proud of you. If you played in the league this year, congratulations, you did your part. Played in the Friendlies Fantasy Football League in South City 3503. Roger plays. I just donated money. I think I won 2 games this year. 2 games. And I had Bo Nix and Josh Allen. But everybody that wins in fantasy football, there's a great gift or party or trophy. We got a NFL Super Bowl replica trophy. Gave it out to our winner. But when you lose in fantasy football, what is your league punishment? If you lose in fantasy football, what is your league punishment? I may have saw the greatest commercial of all time. This guy is going to a wedding. As he enters the wedding, he's like, "Oh, I don't want to do this. This is not going to go well. This is not going to go well. I don't want to do this." But his two guys sitting behind him, like, "You got to do it, man. You got to do it. A bet's a bet." He goes to a wedding where he doesn't know the people getting married. So the bet is he has to get up when the preacher man says, "Anyone here that feel these two should not be getting married, let them speak now for their peace." He gets up and say, "I do." He tells the groom, "I'm in love with you." The bride is like, "What? Who is this?" He's like, "I'm sorry, man." He said, "Well, Alice, I'm gay." So the groom runs off the podium from marrying the lady, past the guy, and everybody's looking around like, "What just happened?" This man goes to a wedding. He didn't know the people and said, "I object," and said he was in love with the groom. That is one of the funniest fantasy football league commercials I've ever seen. Well, I guess it's that time we got to pull out. We know more than baseball people. Everybody in St. Louis is a baseball manager. They're in the front office for the Cardinals. This guy's a bum. Why do we have this person? Why do we make that trade? Why we didn't pick him up? Why did we fire that coach? Why did we hire this guy? This is when it happens. This is the best time to eavesdrop on baseball conversations because everybody is a manager for the Cardinals. Everybody you hear talk about the Cardinals, they work for the Cardinals. They know everything about the Cardinals. We don't have a shot this year. I've talked to over 100 people this week about the baseball season upcoming. They're not going to watch the Cardinals. This team doesn't care about the baseball team. This is a baseball town, but they don't care anymore. We don't have any stars. Who's our best player in the team now? Who are these guys? Why is Marmol still here? That's all you get about the Cardinals. There's no great optimism looking for. I'm going to give this team a shot to try. I think the Cardinal baseball package is fair, $19.99 a month or $99.99 for the whole season. That seems reasonable. If you can pay for the NFL ticket or if you can pay to watch the Blues pay at home, you can afford to watch the Cardinals. You can afford that now. You can afford that. You can do it. You can do it. You know you can. You got this. You got this. You got some money. But it's also that time where we get to see our old friends again. The people work at the stadium, the people that work the parking lots, the people that work in downtown St. Louis at the bars and restaurants and hotels, the valet drivers, the golf cart people, the Uber drivers that have regular spots down there. We get to see all of them again and have great baseball conversations with the fan base as they come downtown. That's one thing I can say, hands down. Opening day of baseball in this town, I will put it up there, especially in the early 2000s. I mean, you can hear the music for miles. You can smell the food for miles. We have opening day weather is a little shaky sometimes. I know how it can get. But for the most part, I think we should bring that energy back. The music, the early morning tailgating, the food, the music, the sea of red. That Cardinal atmosphere is nothing like it at all. And have you seen the baseball promo commercial on NBC? It makes you want to go get your glove right now. Go play catch with your kid, your grandkids, or your dad. It makes you want to throw the ball around in the yard. it gives you that feeling that it's almost baseball season. It's a long season. And we also got the World Baseball Classic coming up. I cannot wait for that. That right there is going to be something special for sure. Something very special. As a lot of people are waiting on that. So to all the people that won their bets yesterday, congratulations, you deserve it. To all the people that got into some dumb arguments yesterday and you still have not apologized to each other, pick up the phone and start dialing. And to all my true college football fans and NFL fans, what a hell of a year we've had. What a hell of a year we've had. Every weekend, it was something going on we could not believe. Or how did that happen? Did you see that catch? Look at the throw, the outcome of the game. People that got fired, people that got new jobs. The situation that's going on with the New York Football Giants, we still have not forgot, buddy. Now that owner caught up in something. Now, what you going to do? Think that wife going to take the team. Think the wife going to take the team. But today is a national holiday for all football fans out there. All football fans. It's our day. Take your time. If you don't want to cook today, don't. If you don't do no laundry today, don't. We got tomorrow to do all that. But today, we're going to ease this pain. We're going to take it all in as what we got here. Appreciate what our college football teams did, Florida Gators. Appreciate what our NFL team did, Denver Broncos. And appreciate the outcome of that Super Bowl because I enjoyed it. It wasn't too much. They didn't go over celebrity with it. Chris Collinsworth and Mike Tirico, they didn't give too much data, but they gave enough to give me a little bit of the tea and tug it a little bit. They were doing both of them. All pregame shows were awesome from ESPN, NFL Network, as well, and NBC. It was one heck of an NFL season. And these NFL referees, we still have not forgotten. You almost messed up that game last night. The calls they make real fast, they should have took their time on that call. And the calls they take their time on, we like, it was a catch. He hit him in the head. Then you had a player get hit in the head last night and nobody said a thing. What we going to do about Stephon Diggs in the offseason, people? I'm worried about Stephon Diggs. He had 4 kids this year by 4 different women. I'm worried about him. He got into it 3 times last night. 3 times this man got into it with people at the Super Bowl. Why is he so angry? What is Stephon Diggs so angry about? Was he mad that Cardi B was in the on the stage with the dude? Because she was in the halftime show. I don't get why he's so angry. He doesn't play angry, but he's angry all the time. Every game I've seen Stephon Diggs play this year, he's got into a shucking and jiving match during the game. It doesn't fail. Do you have to be that angry to play your best? Or are you really beefing with people? What's that situation like? What is that going to be like? Well, I'll tell you what it's going to be like. This is going to be one of the craziest sports months ever. You got the college basketball conference tournaments about to start in lieu of March Madness. Got the Olympics going on. Major League Baseball pitchers and catchers report. NBA All-Star game in the second half of NBA. And don't get me started with the NBA. Don't get me started with them. I wonder, can we get the St. Louis Sports Commission on board to get the unrivaled women's 3-on-3 basketball league to come through the loop? Can they do it? Maybe we need to get Nafisa on board. Let's contact Nafisa. She can do it. She's from here. Yeah, buddy, and she's involved. She's one of the owners of the league. Why can't we get – they went to Philly. The things we don't get in St. Louis sports-wise versus the things we do get, I'm confused. Do kids still want to go to a tractor pull? Do kids still do that? Do kids still go to the tractor pull? Does the Muppet on Ice still come here? It used to be the time of the year all that was going on. I haven't seen those commercials in a long time. So I'm wondering, are kids still doing the tractor pull they used to do at the Dome? Muppets on Ice. They still do that. I'm wondering, where do you take that 5 to 12-year-old for entertainment other than Chuck E. Cheese? Well, you can't go there. Then you see a little boy in Webster Groves get in the claw machine. How does a 2-year-old get in the claw machine? What's going on at their house? They were watching their other son play soccer. It took both of y'all to watch him? So the mom and dad went to go watch the son, but left the 2-year-old by himself. Okay. I got this. As I said, if you just tuned in, thank you. You can go back and watch the replay of the show if you want to. Go ahead, do it, try it. I dare you. Like, share it, comment, do what you got to do. So I think I'm emotionally drained from college football and NFL. So we're going to take a day tomorrow and reflect and get ready for Wednesday's show. But man, oh man. Thank you, NFL. I really enjoyed what you did this season. Sean Payton, I'll deal with you later. I will send you an email and a letter in a manila envelope. I'm sending a big one. 8.5 by 11. I'm sending it. You're going to get the full, you're going to get everything. Great penmanship, too, with punctuation. I got to get it off my chest. You got to tell your team how they did this year. I want everybody to go to the NFL team and their college team, go to their social media page and tell them how they did. Get it off your chest. Somebody got to say something. Well, folks, girls and boys, children of all ages, I want you to enjoy the rest of your Make It Happen Monday. And thank you for tuning in here to Overtime Studios. Your boy, Dre Montez, mycitymymusic.com, Dre Montez, for listening to CertaPro Plaintiffs Presents Montez at midday. So, until Wednesday, same time, same back channel, I will see you guys then. Get us some music going, get on up out of chill, and get on with the day. But if you didn't get a chance to see any of those commercials yesterday, just Google Super Bowl commercials from yesterday. And just take at the ones you probably missed, probably get a chance to hear them because people talk at Super Bowl party. Somebody probably stand in front of damn TV trying to make a point. What gives you the right to stand in front of a TV? I mean, who does this? Goodness. But yeah, the pregame Super Bowl stories, I love that. That was pretty cool. The knock that the Hall of Fame gives you, I love that tradition that they do. The Olympics, the quad dude, that dude was remarkable, fascinating. In the game itself, I enjoyed it. The halftime show, very, very, very entertaining. And people really got married. I think that's something else. I think you selfish, you get married for the Super Bowl. You're not thinking about nobody but yourself. It's a holiday. It's a national holiday. The day of and the day after. It's back-to-back holidays. And folks, we'll get this music going. We out of here. Until next time, I'll see you later, StreamYarders. Thanks for tuning in, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and X. Peace out. Until next time, it's your boy, Dre Montez, and we out.